And good morning, ladies and gentlemen from Bonn, Germany. My name is Kai Dombach, and I am here to welcome you to the final day of pool play here at the 2019 European Baseball Championships. First game of the day is going to be Italy versus Belgium, as we get a good look at the Stadion an der Rheinaue from the center field camera there. One last look at the preparations coming into the game. So Italy coming into this game undefeated 4-0. They have already clinched their spots into Friday's quarterfinals action. If they can win this game here, they will be top of Group B. Meanwhile, Belgium, after their loss yesterday to France, they are 2-2, still in position to make it to the quarterfinals. If things stand the way that they are, as you can see, hello everybody, that's my face. You will probably never see that again, at least for this game. I will be back for the late game today. But anyways, back to Belgium. There they are in the dugout, looking good, looking calm, looking relaxed. They are 2-2, as I said, after the 10-run loss to France yesterday, but looks like they're over it, having a good time. Keeping loose, keeping relaxed. As it stands right now, they would make it to the quarterfinals, but a win against Italy would make certain of that. Very nice day here in Germany this mid-September day, early mid-September. In case you are able to pick up what some of the players are saying, I am sitting right behind the Italian dugout, so if you hear something in Italian or occasionally English, that is why. That is if it is not my voice. Just want to make certain that we are all clear on that. And it looks like we're going to have the teams coming out right now, starting with the Belgian team. They will be the visitors for this first game of September 11, 2019. So as they come out to the cheers from the crowd that has woken up early to come watch some morning baseball, I will give you the starting lineups as well. So starting in the batter's box for Belgium to get the game underway will be Lionel Reina. Then it will be Benjamin Dilla over at first base. Then Thomas de Wolf will be playing in right field when we go to the bottom of the first inning. Then it will be Sam Burmans, Benjamin Gouffo, Hans Herrmann, Robin Lövens, Tim Verheitert, and then Yves Pousmans. That is the batting order for the Belgians, and they will be facing Angelo Palumbo, who will be taking the mound for Team Italy to start the game. And for Team Italy, when they come up, I will give them the lineups as well as Team Belgium coming out in their black shirts, white pants, and black caps as well, with a red brim. Italy going to come out in white shirts, white pants, and blue hats with that Italian eye right on the front of the cap. Now everybody from Team Belgium is out there on the field, and now the Italian team is going to take their place along the third base line. Good to see the coaches shaking hands there. So let's take a look at the batting order for Italy. Andrew Maji, who will be playing at short today, will be batting first in the bottom of the first. Then Alessandro Vaio, John Andreolli, Chris Colabello, and Giuseppe Mazzanti. Alberto Mineo will be the DH, and he will be batting 6th. Mattia Reginato will be in left field for Maji. And then Federico Celli will be playing in right field to get this game underway. And when the Italians come up to bat in the bottom of the first inning, they'll be facing Jace van Rugenbroek. As the Italian team coming out. Reginato getting the high fives from everybody as he came out. As does Maji. Everybody pumped up, everybody excited for some early morning baseball. Well, but then again, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. If there's baseball on, it's always a good day. And now the substitutes for the Italian team take their spots on the third base line. And with that, we're going to have the national anthems of Belgium and Italy.
Please stand up for the national anthem. Thank you. And now, the national anthem of Team Italy.
So those were the national anthems from the two countries there. As the two teams come together, shake hands, and then go back to their respective dugouts. So let's take one last look at the batting order for Belgium. Lionel Reina leading off, and then Benjamin Dilla, Thomas de Wolf, Sam Burmans, Benjamin Gouffot, Hans Heidermann, Robin Ruvens, Tim Verhatert, and Yves Pousmans will be the starting order for the Belgian national team, the designated away team in the 5th and final game for both teams in pool play. And now the starting defense for the Italian team. We got Maji at catcher, Mazzanti at third, Maji at short, Valio at second, Colabello at first, Celli at right, Andreolli in center, and Reginato in left. And then Palumbo is taking the mound for the Italian team. So Palumbo is already out there, just getting himself warmed up, a little bit loose. Going to take a few warm-up pitches. Infield throwing it around, outfield as well. Just want to get those arms ready to go. Take a look at the Pool B standings now. Italy, of course, leading. They are undefeated in pool play, already securing their spots in the quarterfinals, which will be on Friday. Then Spain is in second with 3 wins and 1 loss. That 1 loss coming to Italy. Belgium and France tied at 2 wins and 2 losses. Austria with 1 win and 3 losses, and Croatia already knocked out of quarterfinal contention, having yet to win a game in Pool B play. One more look at Angelo Palumbo. Looks like he has some good heat coming from his right arm. This Italian team, very, very strong with the bats, with 9 total home runs. And this is the first time that we're going to see Palumbo out there for the Italians on the mound. And Palumbo's first pitch is called strike 1, and we are underway on this 5th day of pool play, and that second pitch is lifted to center. But Andreolli gets underneath of that. Center fielder to center fielder. Reina is gone on 2 pitches.
And now batting the first baseman, number 11, Benjamin Dill.
So now the first baseman, Benjamin Dilla, comes up to the dish. Righty versus righty matchup now. First pitch goes a little inside, had to turn away from that. Things just getting underway between Belgium and Italy. Just 1 out on the board. And Dilla watched the first 2 pitches for balls. 2 balls and no strikes the count now. Next pitch is grounded through the hole between first and second base. And Dilla gets the first hit of the game, going the opposite way.
1 down. Runner on first, and now batting number 26, the right fielder, Thomas.
One more look at that. Pitch a little up in the zone, and Dilla was all over that. All the way out to the right fielder, Celli. So Palumbo is set, and his first pitch to De Wolf misses the zone. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter, man on first, just 1 out in the top of the first. Italy looking for the double play. One 0 pitch on the way, and that is fouled down the left field line for strike 1. Count now 1-1 on De Wolf. Comes Palumbo's 1-1. That is cranked into the power alley in left. but Reginato moved over and grabbed it. So that makes it 2 men down for Team Belgium. Dilla has to go back to first base. So now Sam Boermans, the shortstop for today's game, comes up to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on first. Takes a called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Boermans hitting .273 off of right-handers in this tournament. That won't improve the batting average as that goes foul. Count now 0-2 on the right-handed hitter. Wearing number 13. Usually an unlucky number, but he did hit a home run yesterday. Curveball misses low for ball 1. As the Belgian third base coach shows the signs. Dilla not looking to steal, staying very conservative, just 2 steps off the bag at first. And the throw and a swing and a miss. Boermans, take your seat, and as well as Dilla. So the Belgians, they put a man on first, but they can't bring him around. And we go to the bottom of the first. It is a scoreless game. But before we go to the bottom of the first, let's take a look at the batting order for the Italians. Andrew Maji, Alessandro Valio, John Andreolli, Christopher Colabello, Giuseppe Mazzanti, Alberto Mineo, Mattia Reginato, Bo Maji, and Federico Celli. They are the men batting 1 through 9, and Angelo Palumbo will be waiting to go back out in the top of the second. Let's see the Belgian starting defense. Starting from positions 1 through 9, Van Drugenbroek, the pitcher, Verhatert at the catcher's spot, then Dilla at first, Gouffo at second, Ruvens at third, Boermans at shortstop, Poesmans in left, Lena in center, and De Wolf in right. I actually talked with one of the Belgian coaches before this game today, and the pitcher's name, he tells me you can actually translate that into dry pants. He said that's what it literally means, and I'm just going with what the coach says. My Dutch is not exactly stellar. I can speak German, and yes, German is very similar to Dutch in several ways, but it is not an exact replica, an exact copy. So I'm just going with what coach says. Hope you got a little kick out of that. His pants do look dry, by the way. Taking a look at Tim Verhatert now. One last comment to his pitcher, Jace van Rugenbroek. And now it's time for the Italians to go up to the plate and see what they can do on offense. It's Andrew Maji, the shortstop, leading things off for the Italians here in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch he sees is called strike 1. Verhatert's had a little bit of trouble keeping that in his glove, but that's okay. Nobody's on base. No need to worry about that. 0-1 pitch incoming. That's smoked to the right field side. Fielder going back, still going back. just in front of the warning track. But Thomas de Wolf was right there. And Maji is out on 2 pitches.
Number 18, the second baseman.
So a quick outing for the shortstop. Taking another look at that. He got underneath of it. Had some power in that swing, but the angle was not right. So now Alessandro Vallo, the second baseman, takes ball 1. .1-0 pitch from the left-hander, finds the zone for strike 1 this time. Alessandro Vallo coming in, hitting .294, showing some patience at the plate, waiting for that pitch. That pitch was a little too high. The Italians have scored at least 10 runs in 3 of their 4 games in pool play. As Vallo gets underneath the fourth pitch of the at-bat. But all it can do is just find Reina's glove for out number 2. One more look right down the middle. Another time that the Italian bats had some power, but not the right angle and not the right location. So 2 men down for Team Italy. That brings up John Andreolli, who takes a called strike 1. Andreolli leading the team, hitting .429 through 3 games. And then takes the 0-1 pitch into the dirt. Andreolli getting 6 hits in 14 at-bats. He has also drawn 2 walks. So his on-base percentage is .500. Slugging .786. And he just slugged that one. That was smoked to the left field side. And the left fielder can do nothing but stand and watch it go away. John Andreolli, home run, hey, hey, hey. Took that 0-1 pitch for a ride as he gets the fist bump from his teammate. Bat boy. One more look at that fastball that was crushed even faster than it went out of his hand. And Andreolli knew it was gone the moment it left his bat. Poosmans, he did have to take a look. He did have to try. But after a few steps, he realized there was no chance of me getting that one. So that brings up Colabello, the first baseman. Colabello hitting .389. Has appeared in all 4 games for Team Italy. Takes the 1-0 for strike 1. That was Andreoli's second home run as the previous man up. Colabello has 2 home runs to his name. But that foul ball will not be anywhere close to a home run. If Colabello hits another home run, he will lead the team with 3. As you see, Mazzanti getting ready in the background there. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curveball missing outside. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Italian first baseman back into the batter's box. Count still 2-2 on him. And here it comes. Thought about the low curveball there, but held off. Good thing, too. He would have looked like a fool if he swung at that one. Count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Colabello is set. Van Drugenbroek is set. 3-2 pitch incoming. Grounded foul right into the Italian dugout. But that was just a slow dribbler. Nobody in any danger. One more look at that foul ball. That was a low pitch. The coach right there. Didn't even need a glove to grab that one. Nice set of hands. Colabello needing a little bit of time to readjust his jersey. Umpire giving him time. And now he's back. Here comes the 3-2 again. Swung at it, and did they say that he went around? Yes, and he didn't even offer to run to first. One more look at that. As Van Drugenbroek got him, and Colabello said, I'm not even going to try. But the Italians get a run on the board. They lead, yes, they do lead this game 1-0 as we go to inning number 2.
Von trockenen, juckenden Augen, nicht mit Purpursa, den innovativen Kapseln zur oralen Einnahme. Sei voll da, wenn's drauf ankommt. Erhältlich in Apotheken und unter shop.zanoctua.com.
We're going to the top of the second inning. Italy with the 1-0 lead thanks to the John Andreolli home run. And Team Belgium looking to respond. The first pitch is grounded foul. That just went foul. Sante would have had a lot of trouble with that. Went over to try to get it, and it skirted past him. Gufo looking for another opportunity like that, but to keep it fair, that's going to be fair, and that's going to fall into Celli's glove in right. So that will be it for Gufo in the second inning. 6 and 7 hitters coming up for Team Belgium. The DH Herman now up there in the box for Team Belgium. And the first pitch that he sees is inside but called strike 1. Taking his spot, and now Palumbo in that slow windup. Grounded right back to him. Underhanded over to first. And Palumbo needing only 4 pitches to get 2 men out. In the top of the second, one more look at that.
With number 10, the third baseman,
Right down the middle,
Robin
but
Rubens.
knocked slowly back to Palumbo. And a very easy toss over to Colabello to get the second out, as Robin Rubens watches strike one. The number 7 hitter swings through strike two. Rubens came in as a pitcher at the end of yesterday's game against France and swings through strike three. The Belgians go down in order, and they only had 7 pitches faced. But the Belgians could not respond to the Italian home run, and Italy looking to add a few more runs when we go to the bottom of the second. Five, 6, and 7 hitters coming up for Team Italy as we are in the bottom of the second inning now. Jace van Rugenbroek ready to deal to Giuseppe Mazzanti. And the first pitch falls below the zone for ball number 1. Feel terrible saying this, but I did not introduce the umpires to you all. My apologies. I'll get to that right after the swing and a miss from Mazzanti. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Home plate umpire is Kaigel from the Czech Republic. First base umpire is Tim Maya from Germany. And then the third base umpire is Makuchev from France. As the umpire got hit on that one. You don't get runs, you don't get points by hitting the umpire, guys. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike on Giuseppe Mazzanti. As the right-hander waits for the left-handed delivery, which finds nothing but dirt. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Mazzanti, second best hitter on this team, hitting .389, slugging .556, and takes a called strike 2. He was about to take off his shin guards, thinking that that was going to be called ball 4. But the umpire, it appears, Like he likes a big strike zone, especially on the outside part of the plate for the right-hander. Full count now. And here comes the 3-2, and that's grounded over to short. Easy pickup, easy toss, and easy out. Matsante is the first out in the bottom of the first inning. Took a while. Worked Van Drugenbroek,
And now batting the DH, number 36,
but Van Drugenbroek
Alberto Mineo.
got him to ground into as routine of a 6-3 as you can possibly make it. Italy still have a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. 1 out on the board as Alberto Mineo, the DH, comes up and takes a called strike one. Not sure I can see who it is warming up behind Mineo. But that's one of the great things about European baseball. These teams and the fans can mingle, intertwine between the fields. Of course, you're looking at Field 1 here in Bonn. Field 2 is beyond the first base line. Count now 1-1 on Alberto Mineo. And he swings through the inside heater. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still got a lot of baseball for you today. This is just the first game as the 1-2 pitch misses the zone. In Solingen, we have Austria versus Spain at 12:30. And then at 1 p.m. on the other field here in Bonn, we got Sweden versus Great Britain. 2-2 pitch also misses the zone. So the count is now full. Second straight time that has happened in the bottom of the second. And then at this field at 3 p.m. here in Central European Standard Time is Israel versus the Netherlands as the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. No, actually it was fouled off. I could have sworn that was a swinging strike. Well, we're taking a look back at Matsanti's ground out. Slight miscue. I know there are a lot of buttons out there. Don't worry, I would press the wrong button, and I don't know, if I was in the control room, I would somehow find a button that would cause an explosion somewhere, just knowing how I am. It's like, but it's not even hooked up to any explosives. No kerosene, no petrol or anything. I would find that button. Unintentionally, I might add. But I would find it, so no worries. Accidents happen with the wrong highlight there, but Mineo had to turn away from the 3-2 pitch that was coming up near his shoulder. So Mineo gets a base on balls, and he will take first base. One more look on that high and tight pitch. He really had to turn away from that. You don't want to take ball 4 off the face. So a man on first for Mattia Reginato. Takes ball 1 upstairs. Van Drugenbroek, the left-hander, checking over at first, keeping a close eye on Mineo, who takes a couple steps off first but has to go back after Reginato takes a called strike 1 to even the count. Belgium set up, looking for the double play in the infield. Van Drugenbroek's 1-1 misses. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Second baseman playing deeper than the shortstop, as you can see there. Second baseman almost onto the outfield grass as the 2-1 makes it a 2-2 as Van Drugenbroek finds the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on the Italian left fielder. Reginato coming in hitting .154. That's why he's down near the end of the batting order. The 2-2 curveball does not break enough. And another full count, the 3rd straight full count that Van Drugenbroek has faced in this inning. Mineo takes a couple steps off at first. One last check, make it another. And Van Drugenbroek throws in a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the throw over to second. A great hop from Gouffo, but the tag was not in time. That was almost a strike him out, throw him out. But the Italians now have a man on second as Mineo stole second.
And now batting number 38, Maji.
So a runner in scoring position for Maji, as Mineo had to turn away from that, as you can see. No menace, no anger in that. Inside pitch. Now the catcher Maji up to the plate, looking to bring home the man from second. First pitch is grounded towards the Belgian dugout. So Mineo will have to go back to second, taking his time. This is the second game that Maji has started. 3rd game that he has appeared in. 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Also drew a walk. Takes the 0-1 outside. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. One more look at that strikeout from Reginato. Great athleticism from Gouffo. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. On the Italian catcher. He's taking his time, taking extra time to get set up, get back into the box. And there he is. Lefty-lefty matchup. Now he's set. And Van Drugenbroek delivers the 2-1, and that's taken very high in the air. It's going to go into the outfield. And De Wolf gets underneath of that. And that will do it for the second inning. No damage on the scoreboard, but they do leave a runner on second base. Italy still leads 1-0. Angelo Palumbo back out there on the mound to get this third inning underway. First pitch to Verhettert. Misses outside. 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for Belgium. Belgium went 1, 2, 3 on 7 pitches in the previous inning. Palumbo doing quick work. The 2-0 pitch is fouled off. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike now. 2-1 pitch, grounded over to third, throw over to first, as routine as you like. Mazzanti didn't really have to work very hard to get that ball, just a couple steps over to his left. As we take a look at the replay, Verhettert grounding it to the left side, and Mazzanti taking it very easy. Throw over to first, and that beat Verhettert's by about 4 or 5 steps. So 1 out now for Team Belgium as the last man of the batting order, Yves Pousmans, comes up to the dish. Just took strike 1. And Palumbo's 0-1 is grounded between third and short and trickles all the way into left. And Pousmans gets the second Belgian hit of the day. One more look. That was a little low in the zone, but no chance for Mazzanti or Maji to get that ball. So now Belgium has a man on first with 1 out, and the top of the order is back up there. So now Lionel Reina, left-handed hitter, takes a called strike 1. One pitch on the way from the right-hander, finds the inside lower corner. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes on Reina. First time that Reina has been up to the plate with a man on base. And he swings through strike 3. Quick strikeout for the Belgian center fielder, as that curveball just fell off the table and Reina just swung right over it. 2 outs now for Team Belgium, trailing by a run, but they have a tying run on the bags. Dilla smacks the first pitch foul. Dilla singled back in the first inning. And now Pousmans taking a few steps off the bag at first. And Dilla takes a called strike 2. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes. As Palumbo checks over at first. And now he is set. And the right-hander delivers the 0-2. That's chopped too short. Throw over to second is in plenty of time. So Dilla grounds into a fielder's choice. And the Belgians still cannot put a run on the board. In fact, they can't even put a man on second. As we go to the bottom of the third, Italy still lead 1-0. Italy has only sent 8 batters to the plate so far, but that last inning they made Van Drugenbroek work. He needed 24 pitches to get 3 outs, and he faced a full count 3 times as Federico Celli, the number 9 batter, comes up to the plate and takes strike 1. So Celli, Maji, and Vaio due up for Team Italy in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Federico Celli hitting .222 coming into today's contest. 2 hits in 9 at-bats in 3 games played. 0-2 pitch is low. Check over to first. Yes, he actually swung through it. So the first base umpire saying, yes, you did swing through it, and the catcher coming over to tag him out. He thought he laid off, but the umpires say, no, you didn't. Didn't even need to throw over to first. Celli just said, no, I'm not going to run. You're going to beat me. Conserve my energy for the field and right. So now back to the top of the batting order we go. We got Andrew Maji, who flew out to right back in the first. He's behind 0-1. Make it 0-2 as he chips the 0-1 foul behind him. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes on the Italian shortstop. .02 pitch is high, off speed. Count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A few more fans now in the stands with these early start times. A little hard to get things going early in the morning if you're a fan. Usually baseball games don't start until at least 1 p.m., at least if you're used to watching games in the U.S. And after going up in the count 0-2, Van Drugenbroek has thrown 3 straight balls, and the count is full once again. Van Drugenbroek gets set and delivers the 3-2. That catches the outside part of the zone. And Maji thought he had a free base, but instead he has a free seat back in the dugout.
2 down on now batting the second baseman.
Maji's not happy about that call. Let's take one more look at where that pitch fell. That was a little bit outside, I do have to say. But for Hatzert, good to bring it back into the middle. And so the Italians, down to their final out in the bottom of the 3rd, still have a 1-0 lead thanks to the Andreolli home run back in the 1st inning. So now Alessandro Vaio takes the first 2 pitches that he sees for balls. Count now 2-0. Vaio hitting .294 coming into the contest. And he takes the 2-0 for a called strike 1. But after that first at-bat, he is now 5 of 18. 2-1. Misses low and inside. And Verhatzers throws it back to Van Drugenbroek. Count now 3-1. as Bayo is set. And Van Drugenbroek, his 3-1 is fouled. As Bayo was looking to find that gap between third and left. But he was a little bit too far over that ball. Full count now on Bayo. Another full count that the Italians have forced. And here comes the 3-2. That's outside, and this time it will be called ball 4. So Bayo takes first base just in time for John Andreolli to come up to the dish. Andreolli hit that solo shot back in the first, and that is the only run that we have seen in the game. So Bayo takes a couple of steps off of the first base bag. And Andreolli takes pitch 1 inside for ball 1. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Italy 1, Belgium 0. You're watching the 2019 European Baseball Championships. As Van Drugenbroek misses the zone inside again. Count now 2 balls and no strikes on the Italian center fielder. This will be the third pitch of the at-bat. Only needed 2 pitches in the last at-bat to find what he wanted and hit a home run. When he takes strike 1. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Van Drugenbroek checks back on his infield. Looks over at first. And now thinks about what he's about to do. Gets the sign from his catcher, who sets up slightly further outside. 2-1 pitch. Catches the outside zone for strike number 2. Triple twos now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for John Andreolli. A 2-2 pitch low, and once again, a 3-2 count. This is the 6th time that Italians have faced a full count since the beginning of the 2nd inning. So now 3-2 pitch incoming, and Andreolli holds off, and that's called ball 4. So Andreolli has reached base for the 2nd time today. Take another look. That curveball missing low, bouncing right in front of Verhettert. As the pitcher talking with one of the umpires, and they're talking, not sure what's going on here. Now the coach for the Belgian team coming out to talk. Maybe the umpire saw something on the ball that he didn't like. Personally, I didn't see any foreign substances. Wasn't like Pineda for the Yankees a couple years ago, where he had pine tar on his neck. And now all the umpires are coming together. Not sure what this is about. Now Tim Verhetert's coming over. Van Drugenbroek, as you can see, he pointed over to the first base umpire, saying, did he swing? No, he did not. And then the umpire coming over to talk, and they're still talking out there. Looking at his left hand, and now, yeah, he's going to be taken out of the game. Van Drugenbroek has been taken out of the game.
Please bring the foul ball you find to our favorite tent between field 1 and field
Not
2.
entirely sure what happened there. That's the first time I've seen that in this tournament. Perhaps he did have a foreign substance on his hand. So Belgium going to need to replace their pitcher after 2 2/3 innings. Not seeing anything in the official stats, not seeing anything from the scorer. So your guess is as good as mine as to what happened. Well, this is a very, very weird situation. Showing his left hand to the umpires. Van Drugenbroek went into the dugout and is now back out there. Someone came out from the bullpen, but now Van Drugenbroek doing a few warm-up pitches. Maybe he's hurt? He was looking at his fingers. And now the umpire's looking at his fingers again. Really weird sequence of events here. So after John Andreolli walked, Van Drugenbroek and the first base umpire had a talk, and then the third base umpire came over, and then the umpires had a little conversation, checking his fingers. So Van Drugenbroek will not come out of the game, and it is back to business as usual. Well, as much as you can say it is business as usual, as we look one more time at his fingers. Perhaps putting too much spit. He just put his finger in his mouth, as you can see on that replay, but did not going up to that pitch, and that pitch misses low, and the catcher Vergeterts could not catch up with it. Couldn't block it at the plate. So now Andreolli is over at second, and Vaio is over at third. So now 2 runners in scoring position and no force out for the Italians, and Chris Colabello with a well-placed single could give the Italians a 3-run lead. 1-0 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Colabello must have heard what I was saying. If he got some wood on that ball, that would have easily cleared the infield. Now Van Drugenbroek waits for Colabello to get back into the box. Colabello is ready for the 1-1, and here it comes. Colabello showing patience, laying off that pitch. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike on the Italian first baseman, who swung out swinging, struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Two balls and 1 strike to Colabello. Make it 3-1 as that pitch nearly hit his shins. Three and 1 the count on the number 3 position player. And now the 3-1 pitch incoming. That's grounded foul down the left field line. That was very close, just a hair away from being fair. But yet again, a full count on another Italian batter. Van Drugenbroek not being very efficient with these Italian batters. So just getting word that it was an injury delay on Van Drugenbroek. That's the official score. And grounded over to short, throw over to first is in time. So the Italians had two men in scoring position but can't bring either one of them home. It is still a 1-0 game as we go to the fourth inning. Angelo Palumbo doing very well, doing very efficient work, needing only 31 pitches to go through 3 innings. That first pitch of the fourth inning a little sloppy, going all the way to the backstop though. Now Thomas de Wolf awaits his 1-0 pitch, going high and tight. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Belgians. In the top of the fourth, swing and a miss. Thomas de Wolf down to his actually he's only got 1 strike on him. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 misses low, 3-1 now on the Belgian right fielder who flew out to left in the first inning. This is the second time that the Belgians are batting around. 3-1 pitch goes high, and De Wolf is on first with a 5-pitch walk.
Runner on first base. And now batting for Team Belgium, the shortstop, number 13, Sam Burmans.
Now Sam Burmans, the shortstop, going to see if he can advance Thomas de Wolf. Burmans struck out swinging to end the first inning. And he takes pitch 1 for ball 1. Burmans set up all the way back as far as he can in the batter's box. 1-0 pitch incoming, swings through it. He was swinging for the fences. But you can't attack the fences if you can't make contact. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. on the man in black. Here comes Palumbo's 1-1. Just gets a piece of it, and it's kissed off the backstop. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. As a member of the Italian team picks up the foul ball and brings it back to the dugout. 1-2 pitch is lined over to third, and that could be 2. Throw over to second in time for 1. Over to first in time for 2. The 5-4-3 double play. Good job by Palumbo to keep that ball on the ground. And Mazzanti was able to pick it up. The throw over to Vaio was in plenty of time, and Vaio had plenty of time as well to throw it over to Colabello. And just like that, on 1 pitch, 2 men are gone in the top of the 4th inning. That brings up Gouffo, who flew out to right to get the 2nd inning started. And he takes a called strike 1. Count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swings through the 1-1. In fact, they're saying it was a 1-2 pitch that he swung on, and he is struck out. Could have sworn that was still a 1-1 count, but I guess it was a 1-2 count. So that will do it for Team Belgium. Through 4 innings, Italy looking to add some more runs when we go to the bottom of the 4th.
And now batting for Team Italy, their third baseman, number 49.
Jace van Drugenbroek is still out there. Had some injury troubles back in the 3rd inning, but he recovered. And he looks to be okay. And that first pitch is called strike 1, so looks to be back on his game. Hopefully you didn't pick up the bad word that one of the Italian players said on that call, but the 0-1 is grounded over to short, throw over to first in time. Second straight time that Mazzanti grounded out to short, and that is the 2nd straight ground out to short by the Italians.
And now batting for Team Italy, their DH number 36.
So now the designated hitter, Alberto Mineo, comes up to the dish. Drew a walk after taking 8 pitches in the at-bat. Looks to be on his way to another free pass to first, taking ball 1. One-0 pitch misses the zone. Count now 2-0. As one of the players from the Italian team Runs over, back to the dugout. 2-0 pitch incoming. Pitch goes inside. Count now 3-0 on the DH. Mineo still hitting .333. And he draws a 4-pitch walk.
Ball 4 für Alberto Mineo.
So the second straight time that he has reached base. That on-base percentage going up. And that brings up Mattia Reginato, the left fielder who struck out swinging in the second inning. Number 7 hitter for Team Italy. Mineo did steal a base a couple of innings ago, right after Reginato struck out. 1-0 pitch. Missing the zone again. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. As the third base coach shows the signs. Over to Mineo, who is still over there at first. 6th straight ball thrown by Van Drugenbroek. 2-0 the count on Reginato. Now he takes a swipe, but he missed it all. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. That was a good-looking swing from Reginato. 2-1 missing the ball that time again. Reginato keeps on swinging, keeps on missing. But he swings like he's like the big bad wolf. Those 3 little pigs, he'll huff and puff. He'll blow the house down. He can blow the house down with the air that comes off that swing. But he held off on that 2-2. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. As some sun comes out from behind the clouds to say hello. 3-2 pitch misses outside, ball 4. Verhetert got up to try to throw it to Mineo, but after that ball 4 call, realized that would be all for naught. So now the Italians have men on first and second with just 1 out. Van Drugenbroek allowing the 2 runners on 2 straight walks. So that brings up Maji. Italians telling him to hit it in the gap, and he does down the right field line. That's going to bring home at least 1 run. Coach telling his player to hold up at third. So Reginato over to third. Mineo comes all the way home, and Maji doubles the Italian lead with that RBI 2-bagger down the right field line. Let's take one more look at that one. That was low in the zone, but Maji, the magic man, going low in the zone and taking it to right field all the way into the corner to put the second run on the board for Team Italy, and that will do it for Jace van Drugenbroek. After 3 1/3, we are going to have a new pitcher for Team Belgium.
So, wir haben Belgium steht von Oben geht vom Hügel und dafür neu auf dem Mount Kyron Weimar. Pick number 40.
So let's take one quick look at the line for Jace van Lugenbroek. Through 3 1/3 innings of play, he gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, one of them a home run, walked 3 and struck out 3. So that brings up Kieran Vimos, the new Belgian pitcher on the mound, who comes in a little bit of a jam with runners at second and third and just 1 out. So the bottom of the order back up for the Italians, Federico Celli, the number 9 batter, the number 9 position player, wearing number 28 today. Vimels 1-1 missing. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. As Celli steps back into the box. Any ball that leaves the infield will score a run. But he could also get a free pass after taking the 2-1 for a ball to make it 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 pitch misses low and away, and the bases are loaded. That is the 3rd surrendered walk by a Belgian pitcher in this inning.
1 down und Schlag den Shortstop mit der Nummer
In fact, the
15,
5 of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 of the last 8 men up to the plate for Italy have made it on base via a walk. And we go back to the top of the order now. Andrew Maji comes up to the dish for the 3rd time today. 0 for 2, flew out to right, struck out looking. 1-0 pitch to him right down the middle for strike 1. Bases loaded, bottom of the 4th inning. Italy leads 2-0. Italy looking for some more runs, some more insurance runs, and we got another look. This is the 2nd time that an umpire has had to come over to check on a Belgian pitcher, making certain that there was no foreign substance. Officially, Van Lugenbroek had an injury timeout. In the previous inning. The 3rd base umpire had to check to see if that was a legal ball, and it was. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Maji. A lot of trouble for these Belgian pitchers, not just on the scoreboard, but with the umpires as well. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Maji is now down 0-3 in the game.
Und für Italien am Schlag, the second baseman, number 18, Alessandro Bardi.
Maji now only one of two Italian players, make it one of three, who has not made it on base today. Alessandro Vaio takes a pitch that was low in the zone for strike one. 0-1 the count on the second baseman, who has the bases loaded. Thought of that pitch was going to slide a little bit further outside, but it just catches the outside part of the zone for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Italy with the bases loaded. Vaio takes ball 1 low. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Vaio reached in the last inning on a base on balls. Vimez delivers the 1-2, and that's taken into the outfield. Could that fall? That will fall right in front of the left fielder, who has trouble. It sneaks right past him. Throw over to second is not in time. And Vaio with a bases clearing double to give Italy a 5-0 lead. That was just a hanging curveball, and the left fielder had a little bit of trouble. Puzmans would not have gotten to it in time, even if he had a great set of wheels. And so Italy looking like they are well on their way to undefeated play in Pool B. That was just great placement by Vaio. That was just falling. And Puzmans thought that was going to carry. So thanks to him, Italy can breathe a little bit easier. They are now up 5-0. Runner on second for John Andreolli, who had that home run in the first inning. Has reached base both times that he's been up, as he walked in the previous inning, made it all the way to second. One pitch, and he got a little too far underneath of that. That's going to fall into shallow center field, and Reina took care of business, but not before Italy puts 4 runs on the board. 3 of them coming off Vaio's bat, and Italy takes a 5-0 lead going into inning number 5. 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up for Team Belgium. The men in black got rocked in the previous inning, giving up 4 runs. Not going to make life easier on them. And Angelo Palumbo finds the zone to make it a 1-1 count on Hans Hermann, Belgium's designated hitter today. 1-1 misses outside. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Hermann grounded back to the pitcher in the second. Hermann is set and ready for Palumbo's 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Grounded to the left side, trickles over to third baseman, and then throw over to first. That ball is staying in the infield. In fact, the last time that Belgium has hit a ball outside of the infield was all the way back in the 3rd inning. But that ball was a ground ball that trickled all the way out. Last time that they hit a ball on the fly out to the outfield was in the 2nd inning, when Gouffo flied out to right field. So now Robin Ruvens, who struck out swinging to end the second, wings through strike 1. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike on the Belgian third baseman, and swings again. 2 pitches that blew right past Ruvens. Thought he could catch up to it, but no, he could not. Here comes the 1-2 pitch that curves outside. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch on the way outside again. Count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Angelo Palumbo has only surrendered 1 walk, and that is a strikeout. That is the 5th strikeout for Palumbo today, getting a strikeout in every single inning, as that outside heat got Ruvens to chase after it. Now Tim Verheitert takes ball 1 outside. Verheitert grounded out to third in the 3rd inning. Smacks the 1-0 pitch into the backstop. Count now 1-1. One pitch to Verheitert. It's called strike 2. Remember, this is the final day of group play. Italy has already punched their ticket to the quarterfinals, but a win for them would secure first place, and they would face the 4th best team in Group A, and they are looking very strong, as Verheitert could not pull the trigger on that curveball that hit the bottom of the zone. So Belgium goes 1-2-3 in the 5th inning. Italy looking strong, still up by 5.
Italy, number 25, the first baseman, Colabello.
4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up for Italy. The only man that did not make it to the plate for Team Italy in inning number 4, Colabello, coming up to the plate. 0 for 2 in the game. Struck out swinging and grounded out to short. He won't grind out or strike out, but he will fly out, smacking the first pitch that he sees all the way to Lionel Reyna in center. So that is a quick first out for Kieran Vimaels. So now Giuseppe Mazzanti, the third baseman who has ground out to short twice, takes a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch popped foul. The catcher going to try to come over and get it, and he does. So 3 pitches, 2 outs for the Italian team. Never saw Mazzanti without a hat on. Looking like a very mature man with that gray hair on his head. I don't mean that in a bad way. Most all the hairs on my head are not gray, but I know my time will come. So now left-handed batter Alberto Mineo, the DH, takes his first 2 pitches of the at-bat, splits them 1 ball and 1 strike each. Takes another pitch for strike 2. Mineo still holding on to that .333 average with 2 walks. Pops the third pitch foul. Let's see if the catcher will have enough room. No, he will not. That fan leaning back trying to catch that, but no can do. You got to work for your souvenir here, buddy. Ooh. In fact, he nearly got hit by that one. Ball trickled back down the stairs. Looks like he's going to be okay, though. Had a smile on his face. That's why you got to pay attention if you're watching baseball. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Mineo goes down swinging. Thinking about adding another run, but nothing doing if you can't get anything on your swing. Italy still has a 5-0 lead as we go to inning number 6. Italy's sending out a new pitcher to the mound. So Angelo Palumbo's day is done. Palumbo threw 5 innings of work, only gave up 2 hits, allowed just 1 walk, and struck out 6. So a great job from Palumbo. And Team Belgium going to send up their 9, 1, and 2 hitters. So Yves Beusman's going to face this new pitcher. Not sure of his name yet, but once I get his name, you will get it too. So Beusmans watches ball 1. Beusmans singled his last time up, 1 of 2 Belgian hits. Count now 1-1 after that pitch. Now it's Llamo Rivera who is on the mound for Team Italy. Rivera wearing the number 6. Count now 2-1 on Beusmans. Left-hander delivers, and that's taken the opposite way. Right fielder gets underneath of that, and Celli puts on the squeeze. No problem for the right fielder, no problem for the Italian outfielder. So 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. And Reina finds a hole, and the ball goes all the way out to left field. And Reina takes the first pitch for the first hit that the Belgians have had since inning number 3. Grounded it just perfectly between short and third. No chance for Maji. He was the closest man to that. But Reina was just too quick, and that ball was just too quick for him. So the count is no balls and 1 strike as we get a little bit of wind along the third base dugout, and throw over to first is just in time. That entire Belgian dugout screamed at Reina to get back. Rivera with a great throw over to first. Reina just getting back in time. So Benjamin Dilla grounds the 0-1 over to second. And Vaio only had enough time to get Dilla coming over to first. So Reina moves over to second base. And there are now 2 men gone in the top of the 6th for Team Belgium. Dilla with the very high chop. Not quite enough of a bounce to call it a Baltimore chop. And Dilla is out at first, so that brings up Thomas de Wolf. Looking cool in those sunglasses. Sun hiding behind some thick clouds behind the outfield. But it's still bright. Still a bright day here in Bonn, Germany. 1-0 pitch brought into the zone. De Wolf going, I don't know about that call, my good friend. Reina at second. Belgium still down 5-0, looking to cut into the lead. The 1-1 tapped foul. And so the man on deck comes over to pick it up and bring it back to the Belgian dugout. That's Sam Boermans. They both reached base last time to get the 4th inning started. Doesn't want to end the 6th inning here, but that's what he does as he grunts, knowing that he got fooled by the off-speed pitch from Llamo Rivera. So still the Belgians can't find an answer and do no damage on the board. Italy still leads 5-0 going into the 6th, bottom of the 6th. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. Italy looking to add on to their 5-0 lead. 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up for Team Italy: Mattia Reginato, Maji, and Celli. And Reginato takes strike 1 to make the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch incoming, does not catch the zone. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. So if Belgium cannot come back in this game, they're going to be cheering for Team Spain, as Reginato could not pull back the check swing in time. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Spain is going up against Austria in Solingen actually right now. Austria with a 1-win and 3-loss record. Spain, opposite of that, 3 wins and 1 loss. As Reginato took ball 3, count now full on him. Bemel's 3-2 pitch is fouled off, so Reginato stays in the at-bat. So if everything stands as it is right now, Belgium would fall to 2-3 and hope that Austria does not win against Spain. And Reginato singles up the middle. So the leadoff man is on base for Team Italy. Italy looking very, very good.
And now batting for Team Italy, the catcher, number 38, Bo Maji.
So now the catcher, Bo Maji, 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. Is set in the box, and he takes the first pitch that he sees the opposite way into the power alley and left. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Coach waving around Reginato, and he is going to get in standing. So Bo Maji, the Magic Man, getting another double, his 2nd straight 2-bagger, and the Italians now lead 6-0. Taking another look at that, Reginato waited for that ball to leave the infield, and then he just took off on his high horse, as you can see. And thanks to his speed, there was no throw to the plate, as they knew they were not going to get Reginato. So now Maji on second, and Federico Celli takes strike one. Italy looking to continue that offensive output that they have had. All started in that first game against France, putting up 16. In fact, that's the most that any team has scored in one game in this tournament. Count now 0-2 on Federico Celli. And here comes the 0-2, and that is taken very high in the air down the first base line, but foul into the stands.
Please bring the foul balls to our catering between field 1 and 2. Thank you.
So the PA announcer, I don't know if you could hear on the stream, telling fans if they pick up foul balls to please bring it back. It is not a free souvenir that they can take home. We don't have that kind of budget like we do in the MLB. Celli took ball one, count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Maji still there at second, as you can see, wearing that number 38. 1-2 pitch, just misses the zone. Moans and groans from the Belgian dugout, complaining that you called it a strike earlier. Called that a strike against us. Trying to get into the home plate umpire's mind. 2-2 pitch is taken deep to left center field. Who's going to get it? It is the center fielder who gets underneath of that. Reina reins it in and throws it back into the infield to keep Maji put at second. And with that, we're going back to the top of the order. This is the 4th time that we're going through the order for Team Italy. And we have a new hitter for Team Italy who fouls off the first pitch the opposite way. And 1 the count now on the right-handed batter. Maji's still there at second. He wants to come home. Count 1-1 on the man at the plate, Eric Epifano. Two-one count on Epifano, who takes over for Maji. Outside pitch called strike 2, 2-2 the count now on Epifano. Epifano is ready, and here comes the 2-2. He lays off. Pulled his bat a few inches, but then brought it back up to his shoulders. Looks like he's going to readjust his elbow pad. Is he going to get a new bat as well, as the home plate umpire accidentally bumped into him? Excuse me there, gentlemen. He's actually going to keep that bat. Full count on Eric Epifano. as the shortstop steps back into the box. Epifano swings through that one. Didn't go into a full swing, but it did go second.
Number 18, Alessandro Baglio und ich warnen schon mal vor, wir wechseln gleich mit dem Mikro auf Feld 2 für die Aufstellung und die Hunde.
Gotta get there! Get the toe down. Same spot, same thoughts.
So John Andreolli up to the plate. Takes ball one. My apologies that you did not hear my commentary, Mary. Maybe you were happy to have a break from my voice for a little while. Did not have the right button pressed. That's a broadcaster's error. But that won't appear on the scorecard, thank goodness. 2-0 pitch grounded over to short. In fact, wasn't even grounded, was just picked up by Burmans. So that will do it for the Italians, but they put a couple more runs on the board. Italy leads 7-0 going into inning number 7.
Abgelenkt und genervt von trockenen, juckenden Augen? Nicht mit Purposal, den innovativen Kapseln zur oralen Einnahme. Sei voll da, wenn's drauf ankommt. Erhältlich in Apotheken und unter shop.sanoctua.com.
So Italy going to use their third pitcher in this game, Llamo Rivera, only being used for 1 inning. Gave up 1 hit, didn't walk anybody, didn't allow a run to cross the plate, and struck out 1. So the Belgians sending up their 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and the first pitch of the 7th inning is taken to the left field seats. Sam Boermans finally getting the Belgians on the board with that moonshot. Gets the high five. That was the first pitch from Nicolas Pugliese. One more look at that. The sidearm hurler. And Boermans gets another home run. He hit one yesterday. He's hit one today. So Belgium not going to lead this game empty-handed. Gouffo gets underneath of that one, but a little too much underneath of that one. And that was just a very easy fly ball for Andreolli to get underneath of. So 1 away for Belgium. But they finally put some damage on the scoreboard, as the flags behind center field are really ripping now. Bit more wind, as you might be able to see from the center field camera. The ground ball over to short, over to first in time for out number 2. Herman, very quick entrance and exit in the 7th inning. 3rd straight time that he is grounded out. So now Robin Rubens, who has struck out swinging both times that he has come up, has only faced 9 pitches in those combined 2 at-bats. Takes a called strike 1. One more look at that ground ball. Count now 1-1 as Rubens took ball 1. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Belgium getting a run, but they need 6 more to tie the game. And the ground ball over to third, throw over to first, and Rubens is gone. And so are the Belgians, but not before they put a run on the board. Still in this one, but they need to keep things going on the mound. Italy 7, Belgium 1. Four, 5, and 6 hitters coming up for Team Italy in the bottom of the 7th inning, as the 7th inning stretch time is just about done. Colabello, Mazzanti, and Mineo coming up for the Italians, who have a 7-1 lead. Looking like they are going to finish group play undefeated and be the top seed out of Group B. Next offering from Vermeils. Misses again. Count now 2-0. The men in white looking stronger than the men in black as Colabello drives the 2-0 pitch up the middle for a single. Italy not done yet. They want to keep this train going. In fact, if the Italians can score 4 runs here in the bottom of the 7th, this game will be over due to the slaughter rule. They are capable of doing that. They scored 4 runs in the 4th inning. As the 0-1 pitch to Mazzanti went inside. Colabello at first, Mazzanti at the plate. Vermeils on the bump. Here comes the 1-1 outside. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Italy 7, Belgium 1, with the man on first. 2-1 pitch is grounded up the middle. That could be 2. Throw over to shortstop for 1. Throw over to first is not there. Not quite in time. That was really, really good defense. As we take another look, that was grounded over to second. Quick underhand throw over to short. Grabbed bare-handed by Burmans, but the throw over to first just not in time. And Dila, so frustrated, nearly went into a split to grab that ball. But they can only get the leading runner out at second. Still a chance for a double play as Alberto Mineo takes strike 1. Double play would end the inning now. Mineo gets underneath the 0-1. And Ruvens takes care of business, was able to find the ball in the sun. And just like that, Italy is down to their final out in the bottom of the 7th. So that will bring up the left fielder, Mattia Reginato. Singled his last time up and came around to score. Great grab by the shortstop. Throw over to first. Bounced a few times in the dirt. Should go down as an infield single. Sam Burmans with the great backhand snag. But the throw was not quite there. Going to his knees. The throw, not a great one. We'll see what they call officially. But if I had to put it down on the scorecard, I would say that would be an infield single. And yes, they did just say that he did single. So Mazzanti is over at second. Reginato reaches first on his second straight single. And Maji comes up to the dish again, has doubled his last 2 times up to the plate. That would score a run if he can do it again. And he takes the first pitch outside. Maji now hitting .429. With 2 RBIs in today's game. And that pitch is dribbled to second. Toss over to short, and the fielder's choice will end the 7th inning. Italy, no damage on the board. Still a 7-1 game going into the 8th.
Und Belgien sind
Is that all right?
Mama?
And now batting for Team Belgium, number 15, the catcher, Tim Verhaert.
So Italy sending out their 4th pitcher in this game. Mattia Aldegheri's fresh arm looking to keep the Belgian bats quiet. 8, 9, and 1 batters coming up for Team Belgium. Verhaert, Poesmans, and Reina. And if you are listening and you are a Belgian fan, I had mentioned that you're going to be cheering for Team Spain, and they are already underway in Solingen. And I got some good news for you. Spain is up 6-0 over Team Austria. So if that hangs on, then Belgium should be okay. And the catcher gets a single. A very long single. Tim Verhaert got into that pitch, and it fell right in front of the left fielder Reginato. He was coming in for it, but Reginato decided to hold up, not to dive for it, and let it bounce over him just in case. Playing very conservative out there in left, as Poesmans takes a swipe at the first pitch and gets nothing but air for strike 1. Poesmans gets into the second pitch, though, very, very deep and right over the wall for a ground rule double. Andreolli puts his arms up saying, hey, I can't get to that one. That ball bounced right at the warning track and over the wall, just going into the stands out there just behind center field. So the Belgians now have 2 runners in scoring position. Verhaert at third, Poesmans at second, thanks to that ground rule double. So now back to the top of the order we go. 4th time that the Belgians will be batting around. Lionel Reina singled his last time up. A base hit here would bring home 2 runs. Just goes to show, even if you're up by quite a few runs, you can't take your foot off the pedal. Next pitch goes into the dirt. Reina almost had to get out of the way as that ball nearly went past Maji. 2 balls, no strikes on the Belgian center fielder. Runners at second and third. Reina is set. Alberto is set. And here comes the 2-0, and that's taken to the outfield very deep to right, and it goes over the head of Chelly. So Verhettert is safe at home. Here comes Boesmans on his high horse, and he is safe at home as well. And Reina is safe at second. And just like I said, a base hit would bring home 2 runs, and Reina gets 2 bags on the very deep hit out to right field. Good try by Chelly to jump up for that one. That would have been a highlight reel catch if he had come down with it. But instead, it is a 2-run double for Lionel Reina. And Belgium not done yet, not going down quietly. They are still down by 4, but they have put up 3 runs in the last 2 innings, and there is still nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Alberto checking back, and Reina at second, and that was a comebacker. And Alberto took care of that one in a throw back to second, and Reina is safe there. So now the Belgians get their first out. Alberto had to move his face a little bit just in case, but his glove was secure. Good heads-up play by him to get the first out of the top 8th inning. And the first pitch to De Wolf misses high. Count now 1-0 on the right fielder. I don't know what it is about those sunglasses, but they make them look really cool. They really could look like the Men in Black if only their pants were black as well. 2-0 pitch now to De Wolf, and that's grounded. Fair! They call that a fair ball. And Reina is going to come around and score, and De Wolf is getting waved over. He's going to go to third, and the throw is in time. The coach was a bit greedy there. De Wolf was greedy too. And De Wolf will be credited with the double. He's just like, come on. I thought I had the speed. So did his coach. But De Wolf was out by a mile. So we take another look. The throw over to short. Ball was already in the third baseman's hands by the time De Wolf tried the slide. And that was just very easy for Mazzanti to just put that glove down. And De Wolf knew right when that glove was coming down that he was out. But De Wolf will be credited with an RBI double. And Belgium now only down by 3 as Sam Boermans laid off on the outside changeup. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Belgium putting up 4 hits in this 8th inning. Down by just 3. I think you now can absolutely forget about the potential slaughter rule. Count now 1-2 strikes on the Belgian shortstop. And he knew that he was out. Just let that changeup pass him by. No thanks, just looking. Belgium coming back into this one though, down by just 3 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. To the bottom of the 8th inning we go here in Bonn, Germany. Italy leading 7-4, and I noticed something coming into the bottom of the 8th. In case you don't know, I'm seated right above the Italian dugout. Wasn't sure who was saying it, but someone was saying, come on guys, 40 euros for an RBI. So perhaps a little extra incentive to put a few more runs on the board for this Italian team. In case any of them get upset at the fact that I mentioned that, just remember, just because the microphone may not necessarily pick it up, I do have a set of ears, and I do have a mouth, and I can relay that. Count now 2-1 on Federico Celli, the leadoff man, the number 9 batter. He takes it the opposite way, the right fielder going on his high horse, and that's going to fall for a base hit, at least 2 bases. And Celli is going to stop right there at second base. And he stops standing. Very few things better than a leadoff double to get things started as we take a look. De Wolf could not get to that ball in time. That was just right over his head. And Federico Celli, he's pretty pumped about that. That brings up Eric Epifano, who struck out swinging in the 6th inning, taking the place of Andrew Maji. Epifano takes ball 2 inside, count doubled to 2-0. If you're just joining us, it's the bottom of the 8th inning. This is the first game of the final day of pool play at the 2019 European Baseball Championships. Epifano taking ball 3. Italy leading 7-4. If they can add or hang on to that lead, they will be undefeated in pool play and face the 4th best team from Group A, as Epifano takes a called strike 1. So now all 3 fields in this championship in use right now. Solingen seeing Spain versus Austria. You're watching Italy versus Belgium. And the other field in Bonn, seeing Sweden versus Great Britain. As Epifano takes ball 4 off the full count. And Italy have runners at first and second with nobody out. Still Kieran V. Miles on the mound for Team Belgium. He's been out there since the 4th inning. And now one of the coaches comes over to talk to him. He's not reaching for the ball yet. And he's not going to reach for the ball now. Just getting some extra insight, warning him that his time is limited. In fact, Belgium does have a man warming up in the bullpen. So V. Miles is running out of time, running out of outs. So Tim Verheetert comes back behind the plate, and Alessandro Vaio comes up to the dish for the 5th time. As Vaio watches the off-speed pitch go outside for ball 1. Vaio has made it on base 3 out of the 4 times that he's been up to the plate so far today. One of those times was a walk. The last 2 times that he came up, he hit a single. That last single drove in a run. 1-1. Swings through that. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Celli at second, Epifano at first. Vaio's 1-2 pitch is grounded over to third, run over to third for the force out there, and he fakes the throw over to first. That's very weird. Dila going, what are you doing, man? Rovin saying, nah, man, I don't want to take that risk. In a way, that's actually not a bad idea because you will still have a force out at third. So you got force outs at first, second, and third. Bit of a heads-up play. Grounded over, and that's going to be a base hit. Just past Berman's glove, and that's going to bring home Eric Epifano. So that's an RBI single for John Andreolli. So Italy now doubling up their lead over Belgium 8-4, and that's going to do it for V. Miles. He gives the ball to the coach, and we are going to have a new pitcher for Team Belgium in just a few moments.
begins with number 17, Yannick Gontier.
So the new pitcher for Team Belgium is Yannick Gontier. Kieran Vimaz is done after 4 innings of work. He allowed 6 runs to come across the plate. And that brings up Chris Colabello, who singled last time up. He's also struck out, grounded out, and flew out. So all kinds of things that he's been doing today.
Number 25, Chris Colabello.
Colabello hitting .364 though. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike on the Italian first baseman. And that's taken very deep to left. Can't see what happened, and he hit a home run. My apologies for the lack of emotion, but it's a very difficult vantage point for me to see that. But the Italians get a 3-run home run from Colabello. Just like I said, you never know what you're going to get. Every single time that Colabello came up to the dish today, he did something different, and right there, he just got underneath of that with a bunch of power, and just look at that face. He's just like, I know it. I know what I've done. And that fan right out there running for the 3-run home run, and now Italy back up 7. Just like they were after 6 innings. Italy 11, Belgium 4. Giuseppe Mazzanti comes up to the dish with 1 out. So they brought Gontier in to try to keep it a 3-run lead, and he is not able to do that. But he did get Mazzanti to pop out to the second baseman. So now Italy has 1 more out to work with, in terms of offense at least. Still have to feel very comfortable leading by 7 runs at this point in the game. But it never hurts to get some insurance. And now Alberto Mineo, the DH, is back up to the plate. He's made it on base twice thanks to walks as he drives that pitch all the way out to center, deep center. But it falls right into Reina's glove, and that's going to do it for the Italian offense. Just 3 outs away from a perfect pool play. To the 9th and final inning we go. Italy leads 11-4. Belgium needing to get 7 runs if they want to keep this game going. You know, Belgium, not one of their games has lasted more than 3 hours in this tournament. Making things very quick, but that's a great shot from Goffo, and that's going to go off the wall. It nearly left the park. Just a couple meters from leaving the field for a home run, but Goffo will be at second with a lead-off double. Just a really good swing, great spot, forcing both the left fielder and center fielder to chase after that one. Nearly hit the retired Bonn Capitals numbers out there. That number 20, BJ Roper-Hubbard. So Belgium has a man on second with nobody out for Hans Herman. This would be a good time for him. Actually, it's Steven Delannoy who has just come in for Herman, who swings through the pitch for the second strike. No balls and 2 strikes on the board for the DH. And he is gone on 3 straight pitches.
Scoring position on second base, and now batting
So
the third baseman, number 10, Robert
Goffo is still hanging out there at second. You know he wants to come home. You know he wants to keep this Belgian team alive in this game. But as things stand, they will be playing in the quarterfinals on Friday, because Spain has a 7-0 lead over Austria in the 4th inning. That pitch grounded over to second, throw over to first. And Bayo and Colabello are on the money. So Belgium down to their final out as Goffo moves over to third base. So it's all up to Tim Verheetert. He did single in the previous inning. That's how the top of the 8th inning started, when Belgium put up 3 runs. 3 of their 4 runs came in the previous inning. You know Verheetert would love to come around again. Swings through strike 2, down to his final strike. Italy just 1 strike away from finishing a perfect 5-0 in pool play. Here comes the 0-2. That is a called strike 3, and that will do it. Italy is perfect in Pool B play, and Belgium drops to 2 and 3. High fives all around the Italian dugout, and who can blame them? A great job from start to almost finish. They did give up a few runs at the end to the Belgian team, but it was too little too late for Belgium. Italy wins 11-4, and they will face the number 4 seed from Group A to get it in the quarterfinals on Friday. And as things stand right now, Belgium will join them, but they will likely face the top team from Group A. So that's going to do it for Italy and Belgium in group play as the 2 teams come out and shake hands. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Kai Dombach. Be sure to check out all the rest of the European Baseball Championship action here on baseballsoftball.tv, Playo.tv, or wherever you may be listening. Thank you so much once again. The final score, Italy 11, Belgium 4. See you later.